up, my fellow creators? Welcome, guys. I hope you're having a beautifully, phenomenally blessed day. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. And with that being said, guys, today we are going down the rabbit hole with those of you dealing with a Scorpio. Okay, if you're dealing with a Scorpio, these are the messages for you, and there's two piles for you to choose from because not everybody's going through the exact same situation. They've all had a similar underlying message to them, but absolutely different circumstances are arising through the piles. So hopefully this will help you with your connection with the Scorpio, and just remember these are collective readings, so they are general readings, not a personal reading. So take what resonates and leave what does not, and let's get into it and see how we can help you out. Source, what messages do you have for the collective dealing with Scorpio for piles 1 and 2? How can we help out the collective who's dealing with Scorpios pile 1 and 2? What messages do you have for the collective, those that are dealing with the Scorpio? What messages do you have? Piles 1 and 2 dealing with Scorpio, what messages do you have for them? What messages do you have for Scorpio dealing with the collective, right? The collective dealing with Scorpios, pile 1 and 2. All right, I hear you. Thank you. All right, let's see what we got coming out for you guys. Pile 1, dealing with a Scorpio. What messages do you have for them, Source? Wow, this card's trying to come out right away. Thank you, Source. What messages do you have for the collective dealing with Scorpio, pile 2? Okay, so all of these are trying to come out, and I'm just going to take them because obviously there's something there. So pile 2, you're done. You're done. Let's get some more cards for pile 1. Pile 1, dealing with a Scorpio, Source. What messages do they have? Do you have for them? Okay, thank you. And pile 1, dealing with a Scorpio. What messages do you have for pile 1? All right, thank you. All right. Clarity is coming for you all. La 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 la. Okay, I don't know. I'm in a goofy mood, guys. Okay, so pile 1 and pile 2. I'm not going to put anything on them, so just pause the video. And let's get into it. Trying to make these as short as possible, but the messages have been really crazy coming through. Okay, pile 1, dealing with a Scorpio. We've got the Sun in reverse. The Lovers in the upright. Okay. And the 8 of Wands in reverse. Woo. Anxiety, anxiety, anxiety. Yeah, so let's get some clarifying cards here. Kind of know what's going on, but may I please have a clarifying card for the Sun in reverse for pile 1, Source? Okay, thank you. Okay, the 2 of Wands. And then may I please have a clarifying card for the 8 of, or excuse me, that's the 2 of Coins. For the 8 of Wands in reverse, may I please have a clarifying card for the 8 of Wands in reverse. 8 of Wands. Clarifying card for the 8 of Wands, Source. 1 card, please. Okay, thank you. On the bottom of the deck, we have Taurus energy coming out strong. The Knight of Coins in the reverse. Okay, so they're trying to find stability through creating something. So that's the thing. They want to create stability through unlikely avenues, but the problem is that they're not able to put in the work right now. Like, as much as they're focused on their coin, they're not able to put in the work because they're feeling hemmed in by the people around them. Look at that. The Moon in the reverse. Okay. Wow, we've got the Sun and the Moon energy here, so definite opposites coming through. You could be opposite of them on the wheel, which would be Taurus. Taurus is the direct opposite of Scorpio on the zodiac wheel. You don't have to be. Could be a Leo, Capricorn, Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces, or Cancerian energy is showing up here as well. There's a lot of twists and turns right now in their life, and they're not settled. Like, they're not settled at all. And so they're really feeling controlled by their outside circumstances, like as if their outside circumstances are who they are, and they don't want it to be that way, but they're having a hard time looking at that. And so I feel like here's you. Honestly, I feel like you're the Lovers in the center here, pile 1. Like, you're the Lovers in the center here, and it's like you're trying to just be open and understanding towards them, right? This is about being connected spiritually with self, listening to your intuition, listening to your guidance. This is you listening to yourself, but you're surrounded with Scorpio. Like, I feel like you care about Scorpio a lot. You think about Scorpio a lot. And yet, Scorpio's anxious as hell. Like, they're dealing with the mother wound, right? If this were in the reverse, this would absolutely talk about the mother wound, because you have the older woman here and the younger woman here, and he's not sure. He's looking at the older woman but reaching towards the younger woman, and it's because he's looking to his mother to determine the outcome of the relationship with his lover. Okay, and that's really a depiction of this card. It's just talking about having this balance, and I feel like you've done a lot to secure yourself in your now moment, and it's like you've gone out of your way to really connect with yourself and do the work, do the inner work. But right now Scorpio can't even do the inner work because there's too much going on in their life. So it's almost like whenever Scorpio gets a moment alone, Scorpio just tries to fill it with anything. They try to fill it with anything, and the reason they do that is because they're really lost themselves in their anxiety and their fear in regards to the mother wound. Okay, look, we've got the Moon card and the Lovers coming out together. It's like you've allowed yourself to heal the mother wound in your own life, and I feel like there was a part of you saying, like, once I healed that, I feel like Scorpio should have healed that as well, but they didn't. There's no way that they could. And you could say the sun is the father of the zodiac, right? So the sun is like the father figure of the world, because the sun always rises. It never asks for anything in return. But unfortunately, Scorpio can't see their own sun, and they're always asking for something in return. It's like praying and hoping that things work out. And I feel like they want things to work out with you. But the problem is that their main concern is stability. And unfortunately, you're not a part of that. Like, you're not in their world for stability. It's like they're fighting with their past. They're fighting with their past in regards to money. They're fighting with their past in regards to stability. They're fighting in their past with regards to taking action in the now moment. And so it's like, whereas they do have something saved up for themselves, the only reason they can't even come towards you is because, you know, they're in a state of, I don't have enough. I'm not enough. That's the energy. I'm not enough. I can't offer, you know, pile one what I want to offer them. And so it's just a huge fear. You know, you have 8, 9 here. You have 10. This is about them changing their perspective. They have to change their perspective if they want something to work out with you, pile 1. They have to change their own perspective. They're the ones that are in their own way. And I feel like you're trying to just be neutral in this situation and really work on yourself spiritually. And I feel like you're doing a good job of that. I really do. Like, you're highlighted at the center of this reading, and it's interesting because it has not worked like this in all the other readings. It's been different for every reading, but here's the thing. It's like, look at the energy. It's like they're completely in reversals for their divine feminine and their divine masculine, right? The sun and the moon. The moon represents the great godmother, and the sun represents the great godfather. And so this is like complete reversals here. And so they're like, not even if one was in the upright, at least they would have something that was going for them in the way of like being in, trying to come into sort of balance. But this is them really living in their past and not listening to their higher selves, not allowing themselves to experience their emotions. Like, they refuse to do that. They refuse to experience anything that has to do with their emotions. It's like, if I let myself feel, then I'm letting myself down in some way, shape, or form. And so they may have some sort of, I just want you guys to know, they may have some sort of addiction to alcohol, drugs, sex. This could be any kind of addiction, really. This could be being treated a certain way by people. This could be just, it could be something simple. And it's like, I know you're like, but it's addictions. Well, yeah, addictions can be anything. It could be a narcissistic energy coming through. They could be addicted to being a narcissist. You know, there's a lot of energies that are flying in right now. And so it's like an addiction of some sort that they continue to rely on and they keep going back to. And it's in that moment when they fall off of the wagon, I guess is the way to put it. They feel terrible about themselves, and they go right back into this energy of like, I'm being controlled by my outside circumstances. I see you, pile one, and I see that you want to offer me this beautiful connection, and I want that, but I'm too anxious, I'm too unclear, I'm too uncertain to do that, to move forward, because I can't allow myself to feel for you. Because if I allow myself to feel for you, they're going to see me one way, shape, or form, and then they're going to see that I don't really care about money, even though I can make money. I don't really care about money. I actually care about having this stability with you in my life, and I can't do that because I keep getting led astray by my addictions, and I can't even reach my desired goal. I can't go after what I want, and what I want is you. And they do want you. Like, I want you to know that they do want you. But look at how they look at you. I just want you guys to see this. They look at you as the King of Wands. And it doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man, okay? Or whatever you choose to go with. It doesn't matter, okay? I don't care. I'm not here saying. I'm saying that they see you as this strong-ass individual who is fine as hell, who is sexy, who is capable of laying down the law, creating boundaries, taking action towards what you want. And then here's Scorpio energy coming in like, all I am is the Knight of Cups, and all I got is to offer you my shallow cup. I can't offer my cup to a king. And I love everybody's like, oh, the Knight of Cups is so romantic. Yes, in a way, the Knight of Cups is very romantic. But I want you to understand, too, that in my deck, the Knight of Cups is a very shallow kind of love. All the other Cups cards, and I talked about this in another reading, but all the other Cups cards with the Court cards, they're very deep. Even the Page of Cups has a deep cup. He just hides his cup. But the Knight of Cups, he offers his cup out on his hand, open to the world to see. But look at how small his cup is. It's so small. It's so shallow. It's a very shallow kind of love, very superficial kind of love. He's very superficial. When he's in the reverse, all he cares about is looks. Right? And it's like, he's like humbled here in trying to offer his cup to the king. And the king is like, okay, that's nice, you know? Like, I feel like that's the thing, but he feels like he's not even on the level as the king, and that's the truth, right? Like, that's the truth that's coming through, and that's the energy. It's like, they're like, Scorpio's like, I want to offer something to pile one, but what do I have to offer? What do I have to offer? And so, instead of offering it to you, they keep falling back on their Knight of Coin in reverse, which is, I can't even go after what I want in life. And so, because of that, they keep falling back onto their addictions, and that's what leads them astray from their goals. I feel like they have it all planned out for you, pile one. I feel like they have it all planned. Wow, okay. I didn't want that many, but sure, they just kind of all slid out there. They have it all planned out for you. They really do. They have something romantic in mind, and Scorpio's really romantic. They're really deep. But when a Scorpio won't allow themselves to feel their emotions, they close themselves off from some of the most beautiful experiences they could ever have, and that's exactly what's going on right now. So they have to deal with that. Yeah, beauty, swan coming out. They have to see their own inner beauty. They have to see their own inner beauty. Look, we've got 22. This is a 20 card, and then 22. Look, 222 coming out. Very powerful number here. So this is telling me they're learning. They're in the process of learning Sacred Ibis. So it's like they're trying to figure this out. They're trying to see the bright side, and they're trying to find out how they can present themselves as a beautiful individual towards you, because they're so afraid that you're not going to see them. And I don't feel like that's the case at all, pile one. I really feel like you see them and you care deeply about them. Like, you're the Lovers card. Of course you care deeply about them, but you're also in an energy of, I'm not going to give up what it is that I've built around me to come down to your level, Scorpio. Like, I'm done with that. I've done too much of that. And that's the energy that's coming through here. It's like you're really not even into that. So we have Synergy, Green Man. And this is talking about how when you plant the seed grows because the water and the sun, over the sun, right? The water and the sun make it grow. And it gets nutrients from the earth. This is like, everything is synergistic. We're all one. Without one, there cannot be the other. The trees provide us oxygen. We provide carbon to the trees so the trees can breathe because we breathe and what the trees provide to us, right? So there's that synergy. It's like constant intertwinement with everything around. And then we have breach, whale breach. This is saying that you, pile one, You need to let go of stalking the Scorpio for a while. You need to stop watching the Scorpio. They need to stop watching you, but you need to get out of your normal scene. You need to take time to get out of the water. You know, like in this, the whale, he lives in the water, and then just for a moment in time, he's suspended in air, an element that he doesn't live in. Okay, this is not taking a coffee break. This is literally getting out of your own element. You have a routine, and your routine is creating a lot of stress for you, whether you realize it or not. So can you go take a day at the beach? Can you go take a day at the lake, at the river, out in the mountains? You know, do whatever it is that works for you. And then number 1, coming out here, listen with your heart. You're listening, but you need to hear with a loving heart. I feel like there's a lot of animosity towards your Scorpio right now coming through, because Scorpio's dealing with a lot, and you're like tried to help Scorpio, and it's like Scorpio doesn't want to take your advice, and that's okay. They don't have to take your advice. Like but you're like, no, if they would just listen to me. Well, maybe that's just it. Maybe you're the one that needs to listen to them. It says the opportunity is here for you to bring a loving perspective to a situation. It is easy to get wrapped up in the words being said. What does your heart say about this situation? It knows the truth. Trust that. Sit still. Take a deep breath and ask your heart what you need to know. Love's first task is to listen. Do you have a habit of drifting away while someone else is speaking? Do you get entangled in your own thoughts? Take time to process what is being communicated before you respond or react. Learning to listen with an open heart will help you receive guidance or affirm something that you already know. And I feel like this is coming out too, because it's like, you're like, no, like my Scorpio hasn't shown me love. Like they haven't shown me respect. They haven't shown me any of that. Well, maybe they couldn't. Maybe they couldn't. Can you see it from a different light? Can you see it from their shoes? What if you were addicted to something and it was like, you know, have you ever had an addiction? I'm not saying that you guys haven't. I'm just saying for those of you that have had an addiction and you've had to overcome something, whether that's being treated a certain way or whether that's having a substance addiction, do you know what it's like when you fall off the horse and you go to that addiction to survive? It's like, it's difficult. It's difficult because it's like that's your heroin shot, you know, whatever it is. And for those, this is a trigger alert, so please understand this, okay? I just want you guys to know. But it's like, for personal experience, I was addicted to a narcissist, and it was like I had to go to him to get that energy, that high, that low. It was like everything about it was an addiction. And it's like, sometimes people are addicted to being treated a certain way. Sometimes they're addicted to alcohol because it makes them forget what it is that they feel like they did wrong. And I feel like your Scorpio is struggling right now because they feel like they have screwed up everything. And they see you as their equal, like they do, but now they see you on a pedestal. And I feel like before it was you that saw them on a pedestal, and now they see you on a pedestal. And they want to fix that, but they don't know how. They don't know how to create balance in the situation because they don't feel very highly about themselves. So now it's turning into they're feeling trapped by this connection. Now it's turning into this connection has created a lot of chaos for them. It has created a lot of upsets for them. It has created a lot of disillusion in their life as well, because all they can think about is what they did wrong in the connection that they have towards you. And so there's nothing that you need to say. Okay, pile one, there's nothing that you need to say to Scorpio, because nothing you can say will actually help them. They have to deal with this on their own. But what you can do is send them love, send them light, send them kindness, send them joy, and that will help them find clarity. Pray for them that Scorpio finds their own way through the darkness, because sometimes that's all we need is just somebody sending a loving prayer, and that energy is enough to help push us to the next level. Okay? Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. And with that being said, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. I'm on out of the house for now, but until next time, peace out. I love y'all. Bye. Pile number 2. What's going on with your Scorpio? Okay, we've got the Popess in the reverse. Damn, this is a popular card today. Damn, Daniel. Damn. Okay. Sorry, I had to. Okay, we have the 10 of Wands. This is in the upright. Justice. Okay. Alright, let's see what's up here. And Strength. Aww. Oh, my Jeebus. Guys. Oh. You guys are having a hard time, but your Scorpio's about to make a breakthrough, let me tell you. May please have a clarifying card for the Popus in reverse for pile 2 for Scorpio, dealing with a Scorpio. Please have a clarifying card for pile number 2, dealing with a Scorpio. Thank you. And then may it please have a clarifying card for the 10 of Wands, dealing with a Scorpio, pile 2. Pile 2, dealing with a Scorpio. They want this one. Alright, we've got the 9 of Pentacles on the bottom in reverse and the 10 of Wands underneath that in reverse. Okay. Oh my Jeebus. They feel really bad, but they're about to have a breakthrough. What's up with Scorpio, huh? What's up with Scorpio? So, they're going through an upheaval right now, and they feel weighed down by their responsibilities. Like, completely weighed down by their responsibilities. Let's see here. We've got the 4 of Wands clarifying the Popus in the reverse. And we've got the Hangman clarifying the 10 of Wands. So alright. I want you guys to understand. My Strength card is this is my connection card. This is my Lover's card. Okay, like I just want you guys to understand that. Because there's a beautiful story right here. It's like, you could be a Pisces, a Cancer, Sagittarius, a Libra, a Leo, an Aries, a Virgo. Okay, you don't have to be, but those are the energies coming out right now. But what is happening here is that Scorpio wasn't listening to their intuition at all. At all. They'd come to a stalemate. They had multiple options. And they didn't want to look at their intuition when it came to that. Like, they didn't want to see what their heart was telling them. They really didn't. They really didn't. And so what happened was, it's like they went ahead and they created a situation where they had to repeat a cycle so that they could come into a balance and shore up those options that weren't working for them. It's like going on hiatus, right? It's like, really, I have to repeat a cycle to go on hiatus to deal with what's going on so that I can come into a place of balance. And that's exactly what we've got going on here. 10 of Wands coming out underneath the 9 of Pentacles. Making progress. Yes, they're both in reverse. But understanding that right now, they're dealing with a lot of responsibility. Not only are they dealing with responsibility, their life is in shambles. They don't have anything stable in their life right now. They don't have anything that's working out for them. And they feel completely out of sorts for themselves, okay? And it's not a good feeling. Like, they just kind of feel lost. And so what it is when they look at you, pile 2, what they see is they see a partnership that could potentially become stronger, and that you guys can become loyal to each other, and loyal in a sense of understanding that they had to suffer, you had to suffer when it came to this connection, because it was about you guys changing your perspective. And this is your perspective. It could be in regards to love. It could just be in regards to family. It could be in regards to connection. It could be in regards to anything. But it's in regards to how you look at this. And I feel like there was a lot of anger that came through with this particular pile. And the reason it is because there wasn't honesty. And so they want you to change your perspective in regards to honesty and with this person. It's not that they weren't being honest with you. It's that they didn't know how. They didn't know how to be honest with you because they didn't know how to listen to their intuition. And this is finding balance. And this is about finding that deep connection with self, the spiritual connection with self. Okay, and they couldn't find that. They didn't know. They saw you had it, and they didn't know how they could get it because they didn't believe in it for themselves. They thought it was everything outside of themselves everyone outside of themselves was able to get it, but they weren't. And so I feel like there's a perception change here in regards to this. But there's also a perception change in regards to this, what it means for you guys to be loyally connected together. Not as lovers, okay? And I know this is a soulmate card with the strength coming out. But I want you to understand this is about something else. This is because you guys had to go through these ups and downs so you could learn what was right for you guys. What was fair. What was being in a state of understanding of others' feelings, of others' position, and of your own position and feelings. Embracing that, embracing your heart, embracing your soul, embracing your intuition, embracing your being. You had to go through this because I feel like there was a sense of connection here that got lost in translation, and it was like, no, it has to be a certain way. And so with this Hangman defining or clarifying the 10 of Wands in the upright, this again is talking about loyalty. You make it through the hard times and you become more loyal to one another. This is saying that you guys are going to be loyal on a different level than you actually thought and believed. Okay, so it could be lovers, but it could be that you guys just create a really strong bond in friendship. And that's how it's meant to be. Okay, and I want you guys to be open to that too. Like, it's hard. Sometimes our ego doesn't want to be open to those other options because we're like, no, it has to be this way. Well, it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be any one way. Okay, and they didn't want to see this either. Look, like they're looking at this. They're looking at how you saw this connection, and they didn't want to see it that way. Why? Because there was so much else going on for them. There was so much else going on in their lives, and they couldn't see it that way, and they couldn't connect with themselves spiritually because they saw you already connected with yourself spiritually, and they're like, how am I ever going to get to that? So this comparison thing started happening, and what Source is telling you is that it's okay. This had to happen so that you could find love. That's why I said, like, I want you to understand that this is my love card, okay? But this is not in regards to this connection, because right now, whatever Scorpio put you through, they're going through tenfold. And for those of you, if you guys put down there in the comments, oh, haha, they deserve it. It's finally, they're getting their retribution. No, stop. I'm going to delete them. I just want you guys to understand that. Because this is not fun. Okay? This is not fun. To see it is not fun either. To know that it's happening, it's not fun. Because that's an intention towards them that's malicious. And that malicious will come back to you tenfold as well. And so this is about being able to offer them love in a way that's separate from how you offered them love before. Okay? The reason you had to go through this was so that you could get your justice. And your justice is to find your strength. And to find your strength is to find your true partner. By slaying the demons. I feel like this is the problem with what you had in the past. Is that you constantly were the doormat for people. And pile 2, I feel like being the doormat for people is what always put your life in upheaval. And the Scorpio knew that, and the Scorpio took advantage of that. And when they took advantage of that, what ended up happening is they didn't realize that you were going to grow beyond that. And you did, because you were on this journey. And you did what was necessary for yourself. And in doing what was necessary for yourself, you realized what the Scorpio was putting you through. And so you had to stop, and you had to leave the Scorpio behind. Like, look at you, your strength. Even all these cards, Scorpio's looking at you. Looking at this journey, thinking that you guys were going to be strong together, and at the end of the day, you had to leave. You had to leave this connection. That's what put the scales in your favor, right? The scales tilted towards strength, because it helped you tame a demon that was really, really malicious within yourself. And regardless, this helped Scorpio deal with something that was really deeply embedded within their own soul as well. And so right now, you could say it's karma, but we misunderstand the word of karma. Okay, like it's more about intentions. I'm not going to try and explain karma on this short video because I don't have enough time, but this is about your intentions towards others, right? So Scorpio had the intention to take advantage, and at the end of the day, it was like that put them into a place of hard knock life. That's what I heard. Hard knock life. It came through really strong. That put them in a hard place. Between a rock and a hard place. Okay? Like they're going through a lot right now. And they don't have anything to offer you. And they don't have anything to offer this connection. But they want to. And at the same time, look at them. They're looking at you. They're looking at you like, wow. So this could have been a friendship. Like I am getting that this might have been a friendship. But at the same time, this could have been a love situationship where one of you was in love with the other and the other didn't want to acknowledge that. Either way, this was your justice. And I want you to understand that, pile 2. This happened so that you could find the person who is meant for you. And not only that, but like you tamed this demon that was creating havoc in your life. That's the emotional ego. Okay, the demon is your emotional ego that keeps perpetuating childhood hurts and wounding. And so you dealt with that. It's like this forced you to deal with it. This forced you to see things from a different angle. And for those of you that know what I'm talking about, it means that you've looked at this situation from a higher aspect and you're thankful that it's happened. You're not in a state of being angry about it any longer. You're in a state of understanding that this happened so that you could become who you're meant to become. And there's a sense of great gratitude that's coming in. And I just want you guys to know, those of you that are just looking to get retribution for what was happening to you, there's still some growing that needs to happen. Okay, because this is not about finally an eye for an eye. No, like that's not what life is about. And yet so many people live in this state of like, oh, well, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Whatever you did to me, it's going to come back to you. And no, like you can't live in that energy. You can just only let people go and let people live in the energy that they're meant to live in. Right? And that's what I think Source is trying to tell you in this situation, is that it's like you had to go through this to grow. You had to go through this so that you could come into justice and stop being like, I feel like this is you turning your justice in the upright. And you turning your 10 of Wands in the upright. Scorpio right now has their 10 of Wands in the reverse, but they thought they had their 10 of Wands in the upright, right? Being able to survive the situation, being stronger, having a connection because of it. But this is you. This is you. And it's because you changed your perspective on it. You know what? Maybe Scorpio wasn't meant to be there with me through my journey, but that's okay. I'm no longer going to judge Scorpio for what happened because that's not within me. Look, 10 on the bottom here. That's crazy. Leadership. Yeah, that makes so much sense here. It's like, that's not what's within me. There's something more within me. And I'm tired of judging Scorpio and blaming Scorpio for where I am. I'm going to sell. This strength is all about looking at self, right? Has to do with our emotional ego. Has to do with looking at our own journey, right? Our person, our well-being, our vitality. Observing our own actions, and that's exactly where you're at. You're like done looking at what Scorpio did, and it's like, okay, what did I do? And I feel like that's the energy that's coming through here. So for those of you that aren't in that energy yet, just know that just keep on your journey and keep on the journey of forgiveness, because it's through forgiveness that you will find the strength to find yourself. And I feel like that's what's going on here. It's learning how to locate yourself through the darkness, because this hurt. Whatever the situation, it hurt because this Scorpio is very intuitive and they use their intuition to get what they wanted. And it hurt you in the end, right? We have 8 over 8. We have, I'm just going to start with this one, Sea Turtle, stability. And 8 is about abundance. And so to be over the Justice, which is my number 8 card, again, this is talking about you finding your abundance and stopping those infinite loops that have been happening not only in your life, but in your family's lives. And I feel like that's what happened here. So it's like you had to get a broken heart. And the way you got a broken heart was because Scorpio used their intuition to get towards you. And when they got towards you, that's the thing. It's like it really caused an upheaval in your life. That's why I said you can't be mad at Scorpio anymore, because Scorpio is dealing with that. All of that comes back around, and like I'm saying, I'm not going to try and explain karma to you, but I want you to understand this is about you reconnecting with your sense of innocence and reconnecting with your inner child and allowing yourself to find stability in your own journey, right? And finding your abundance within. This has been all about you. Look, fire and passion, yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Hey. This Scorpio had a lot of passion for you, whether that was a friendship or a lover's situationship, it doesn't matter. They held a lot of passion towards you, and they wanted to have you on their journey, but they wanted it in their way, right? They wanted it in their way, and they didn't want to listen to you. They didn't want it to be your way. They didn't want anything to be towards you. And it caused a lot of strife in this connection. It caused a lot of upset in this connection. And it's like, right now with this energy, it's like you rose up from the ashes like a phoenix. And the Scorpio, one of the animals that they're depicted by is the phoenix. And I feel like they're the ones that caused the fire, and you're the one that rose from the ashes. Do you see? And it was like, and now they have to sit and mourn that, and they have to feel the anguish from that. And I'm telling you, don't sit here and be conniving about it, being like, oh, well, they deserve that. No, they didn't realize what they were doing. I don't think in any of this that they intentionally did this to you. And if you really believe that they did, then there's still growing to do. You see, we have to come at all situations from a place of unconditional love. And how do we do that? It's by accepting that sometimes we can't change people. In fact, all times we can't change people. Pile 2, but what we can do is we can accept people as they are. And accepting that the Scorpio was in not a good place at the time that you met them, then can you see that as that was also a reflection of where you were at the time that you met them? Because that's the truth of the situation. They were mirroring something back to you so you could step up into your strength. And that has been your justice from the situation, is so that you could change your perspective. You're going to find somebody that's loyal on this situation in this journey. Because I feel like you felt like you were loyal to the Scorpio. And now your situation has changed and you're like realizing, oh, justice is coming. I'm going to get stability in this because I found stability in myself. And I've learned to embrace love. And I've learned to embrace, look, even with the strength, her hat is an infinity symbol, right? Her hat is the infinity symbol. And so again, this is 888 is a powerful number for you. 888 is a very powerful number for you. And this is about finding that abundance, that prosperity. And even though it hurt, this also brought you into a place of learning that you're the one that controls your destiny. Okay? Oh my gosh, number 4. You are limitless. You can do anything you choose. We have 2 swans on here. So the unicorn and a fairy. Look at this card, is absolutely incredible. The artwork on it is impeccable. Okay, I'm going to read this to you guys. So don't be so hateful towards the Scorpio, because honestly, at the end of the day, they helped you uncover a part of yourself that you were allowing your ego to let control you. Okay, and sometimes on this journey, that's part of the hardest part of the journey, is learning that everything really does happen for purpose. We don't want to see that. We really want to blame others, and this is not about blaming others. This is just about accepting all things as is. When you are too close to a situation, you only have one perspective. Okay, look, we've got the Hangman. You have one perspective. Source is going to tell you right now. There are so many possible outcomes for this situation. Take a broader look. Release the need to control what is happening and allow your inner knowing to help you. Things always work out as they should. When your soul is experiencing its purest form, it has limitless knowledge, infinite wisdom, and boundless energy. You may have developed some negative self-talk that is limiting what you can accomplish. Connect to your beautiful light that dwells in your being and represents your soul. Remember that your abilities are fueled by your imagination. Dream big. This unicorn represents a healing powers, possibilities, and knowledge of the soul. The 2 swans that sit in the heart area signify the grace that is connected to you always. Trust in your ability and know you can achieve anything you set your mind to. Yeah, and I feel like that's also in reference to just seeing this situation from eyes of love and seeing yourself. Because if you're in a state of judging the situation with the Scorpio, understand that you're still judging yourself at your core. Okay? So I know that's not always easy, but the steps are simple. And allowing yourself to forgive this situation will bring you into a place of understanding that this all happened for your greater good. And at the end of the day, you can only pray and hope that this too also happened for Scorpio's greater good, rather than taking it and holding it over their head, knowing that what their experience is something similar to what you experienced. And did you enjoy it when you were going through it? No. So don't be over here and be snide about it and think that they deserve it, because nobody deserves it. That's just how intention works, okay? So yeah, your guys' went a little bit longer than I was planning on, but that's okay. This is what I have for you, pile number 2. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. And with that being said, I'm getting on out of here, but until next time, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. Until we see each other again, mwah, peace out. I love y'all. Bye.